Space Time Travel Part 3 video. See, whenever we are purchasing a car, we are bothered about the mileage, means per liter how many kilometers our car will give. And the more powerful the engine, 1000 cc, 2000 cc, 3000 cc, 4000 cc, or if it is a truck, naturally a powerful engine will require more amount of petrol or diesel. Nowadays they are going for electric car or truck, or they are even talking of electric planes. It's possible, everything is possible. But for space travel, when we are traveling from one star to another star, see, I am not talking of traveling in Concorde between London and New York or on the earth. Here space time travel means we are talking of not even interplanetary but interstellar travel, like in Star Trek. First thing is, we will require to travel with nearly the speed of light, which is around 3 lakh kilometers per second. 3 lakh kilometers per second. For an ordinary fighter plane or a space shuttle to travel at say around 1 lakh kilometers per hour, 1 lakh kilometers per hour, it is nowhere near the speed of light, 3 lakh kilometers per second. Energy is required, or the fuel required for this, as on date, is not available on earth. A fuel is available, but the requirements are so tremendous that they are impractical. First, we will try to understand basics in a thumb rule. See, I am not taking a physics class here. I am assuming you know the basics. The law of thermodynamics. There are 4 laws, and Newton's laws of motion, 3 laws, and entropy. You Google and do your research, or ask your teacher or professor. But I am just giving you an idea which laws I am applying here, or which laws scientists will apply. And of course, the most famous law of Einstein, E is equal to mc square. E is energy, m is mass, c is the speed of light. We can directly see that somewhere it is similar to force is mass into acceleration. Force and energy are more or less same. Means not in that sense, but formula looks same. Force is mass into acceleration. So, energy can neither be created nor destroyed. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. Many people get confused between energy and mass. Energy is equal to mc square, mass into c square, speed of light. See, energy cannot be created and destroyed, I am repeating, but mass can be created and destroyed. For example, a matchstick and a matchbox. So when you strike a matchstick on the matchbox, the matchstick will burn. When the matchstick will burn, it will give you light, fire, means light and heat, right? The stick will burn, it will turn to ashes. So the energy in the stick, wood form, and on the paste of the matchbox is converted to fire and light. Slowly, steadily all the sticks will be burned. The matchbox paste will also go. It will also thin out. So, energy from the matchstick in the form of fire, heat and light, fire means heat and light, is converted from the mass or the stick, matchstick, and the paste on the box. So these matchsticks and matchboxes we are manufacturing. So mass is manufacturable to produce energy. While making atom bombs, we are making an atom bomb which is around 10 feet by 10 feet by 10 feet, means roughly, I have not measured, you can Google, roughly the size has to be 10 feet by 10 feet by 10 feet, right? So it is mass, it contains uranium, high grade uranium. So that mass is burned because of nuclear fusion or nuclear fission or fusion and fission, hybrid bombs, right? So this bomb, whenever they are disposed, when nuclear warheads are used, they fly like rockets and land on the cities or the targets and destroy them after blowing. So nuclear warheads, atom bombs, conventional bombs are all mass. They weigh in tons, 1 ton, 2 ton, 3 ton, 4 ton or whatever. Then their power is also described in TNT, 10,000 TNT, 1,000 TNT, 2,000 TNT, depending upon the bomb's capacity to destroy, right? So energy is not reversible. Once the matchstick is burned, fire and light which we get and heat which we get, there is no way to convert that fire, light and heat back to a matchstick and the matchbox. So that is one way, right? Similarly, try and understand while you are burning a candlestick. You are burning it, it starts burning, the wax starts melting, candle will generate fire, means heat and light. Then the candle will burn out. So the mass, that is wax, and the wick burned out. So mass is destroyed. So energy can neither be created nor destroyed, but mass can be created and destroyed. But the process is irreversible. It means you can make new matchbox and new matchsticks, you can make new candles, but there is no way after a candle is burned to bring back the candle from the ashes. So it is also a one-way process. So energy cannot be created nor destroyed, but mass can be created and destroyed. And once mass is converted to energy, usually it is not reversible. Conventional energies are oil, petrol, diesel, gas, CNG, LPG, high grade petrol for space shuttles, aeroplanes, gasoline, oil products, more or less, petroleum products. But they are perishable. Means, as I said, while we are purchasing a car, we are bothered about the mileage. Your car tank capacity may be 10 liter, 20 liter, 30, 40 liter, depending upon the size of your car and the power of the engine. For 1 liter petrol, maybe car is giving 5 km, 10 km, depending upon the power of the engine. No car in the world will give you for 1 km or 1 liter petrol 100 kilometers. So, energy requirements for traveling in a car, train, bus, aeroplane, fighter plane, Mach 1 speed, Mach 2, Mach 3 speed, space shuttles like Columbia, traveling to and back the moon, interplanetary travel which is not yet possible. Energy requirements are very critical, very high, and the petrol tank of the rockets or the rocket fuel tanks are heavier than the rocket itself. So that itself becomes a headache. You are carrying more fuel because you want to travel larger distance. So once you understand that energy requirements for interstellar Star Trek like travel are very high. So if that matchstick and candle thing you have understood, so energy cannot be created or destroyed, but mass can be created and destroyed. We manufacture bombs, we manufacture petrol, diesel, but it is not reversible. You cannot get back from the energy the basic product. Once the candle is burned, it is burned, irreversible. Once the matchstick is burned, it is burned, it is reversible. It is irreversible, not reversible. That is common sense. We have to understand. So, interstellar travel, light 3 lakh kilometers per second, and our nearest star is around 4 billion light years. Some stars are 1 billion light year, 2 billion light year, 3 billion light year, 4 billion light year. Basically, 1 light year itself is a tremendous distance. Don't underestimate that. 1 light year, the distance traveled by light in 1 year is something as on we don't have engines to travel at the speed of light in the first place. And Einstein had said that traveling at the speed of light is not possible because speed of light and mass are directly proportional. So the faster you will travel, the inertial mass of the rocket will increase. So that is a physics problem, which is more or less difficult to solve unless and until you find some different source of energy. And many people think nuclear reactors, nuclear power, nuclear thermal power, we are manufacturing electricity. Ideally, a very large nuclear power station, ideally, I am telling, ideally, a very large nuclear power station, if it is run 24/7 and maintained properly 24/7, a very large reactor, nuclear reactor, can run for 100 years without refueling, because the only fuel it requires is the uranium rods, pure grade uranium rods. 100 years means, I am not joking, I am ideally speaking, assuming that everything is ideal, which is never there. So roughly, without refueling and proper maintenance, we can assume 25 years. A nuclear reactor can run for 25 years, 24/7. We have nuclear submarines, nuclear warships, nuclear merchant ships also. Many people are using nowadays. They are having nuclear reactors in submarines, which can, without refueling, go on for 25 years currently as on date. Of course, we are assuming that we live for 100 years. First 25 years we are young, learning things. Last 25 years we are old and more or less can't do anything. 25 years we will be going for sleeping, falling ill and all those required activities. So 75 years are over. So remains only 25 years. And here we are assuming that we are living a healthy, wealthy, wise and long life of 100 years. This is the ideal condition. Ideally, we never live for 100 years in perfect health conditions. So when traveling from star to star, the requirements, the energy levels required are very high. Light years, never underestimate light year. Light year is not like traveling from North Pole to South Pole, or say traveling even within our solar system. Our Voyagers, Pioneers and so many probes, space probes are doing it. but human beings are not traveling. When we had landed on the moon, everyone thought in 50 years we will colonize moon. We are nowhere near that. Despite all the progress we have made, we are now just dreaming about, we are tired of the moon now, and now we are thinking about going on Mars. That is good. So, if you understand this, see, I am trying to tell you, giving you a background for understanding what is space travel or time travel. Time travel is something which you are traveling from the past to the future, from the future to the past. I will come to that slowly, steadily. It is a very big topic, very difficult to understand. I will try to simplify because I follow Einstein's advice. If Einstein had said, if you don't understand it yourself clearly, you will not be able to explain it to other persons. So let us keep it simple. So energy requirements you understood. Mass is required to produce energy, different types of mass. And now, second thing, laws of motion. Google. Basic is a body in its state of rest or uniform motion will remain in that state of rest or uniform motion unless and until an external force is applied. That is called law of inertia, then law of momentum, then equal action force. But this is not a physics class. So a car, I will simplify, a car will never start on its own. If a car is in a parking lot, that means someone has parked it. The car has not come on its own. Right? Then if you want to start a car, you will have to go inside. Even technically driverless car, remote cars, as on date drivers are required. Artificial intelligence or this driverless car, driverless trains are dangerous. You cannot trust a car with an expert driver, and you are using artificial intelligence and multiple cameras and all that things. Cameras can never replace our eyes. Human beings are irreplaceable. Anyone who thinks that artificial intelligence can replace human beings, I think he should check his IQ and EQ. It is not possible. Human beings, the way human being thinks, his IQ, his EQ, his spiritual quotient, his physical quotient, his different quotients are very high compared to any intelligent machine. Machines are logical idiots. They are just following a flowchart, a program. For example, a supercomputer is programmed with how to play chess. It has got tremendous memory. So when I make one move, it will calculate so many moves which they think human beings or human brain can't calculate. But we have seen that grandmasters have many times defeated computers. Many times. Because human beings are dangerous. They can think in a way which is not a flowchart. It is a fuzzy logic. So, coming to our point, means a car. Someone has to start the car. It may be ordinary car or a supercar, or it may be a luxury car, but the driver is required. Then engine starts, all the transmission things happen. We put the car in gear or maybe automatic car, then it moves. The driver will brake, accelerate. So that car is controlled by a human being. Even a remote car or a drone, for example, a drone they are using nowadays in war also. Wireless drones, they are controlled by human beings. They are not taking their own decisions. So, this thing, if you understand that a car, now another important thing, the car doesn't come on its own. Someone has manufactured that car in a very big factory right? Car doesn't come out of thin air. Someone is manufacturing that car in a big factory. Someone is manufacturing a candle. Someone is manufacturing a matchstick or matchbox. So, some human beings or a group of human beings, maybe they are using robots, robotics, automatic, fully automatic supercomputers, like while making satellites, rockets, space shuttles. We are using computers, artificial intelligence also, especially in fighter planes, space shuttles, fully automatic cars. But they can't be replaced by human beings, right? So car has to be manufactured. A car doesn't come in the parking lot on its own. First it is manufactured in a factory. Why I am telling this? I will tell you. Many scientists, like philosophers, physicists also talk in air without empirical evidence. All these scientists are always shouting hoarse about give us observational evidence, give us proof. And then they will invent and discover mathematics as per their own convenience. And this hypothetical mathematics which they have invented for their own convenience and confirmation bias, they start shouting Eureka, Eureka. And they will never answer some questions. Instead of explaining the questions, they are explaining away the questions, which is laughable. You are scientists. Scientists should have the difference, should know the difference between facts and fiction. Fictions are fiction. They may be beautiful, but they are fiction. Facts are facts. So if you are talking fictional things, giving hypothetical mathematics, so it can be called as a scientific lie or a scientific superstition. A scientific superstition exists, and so many fictional things they are telling that sometimes means I don't even want to laugh also. Even they agree off the record, in private. Many times good scientists, there are good scientists also, bad scientists also. Good scientists agree, accept their limits. Bad scientists go in a schizophrenic zone, illusions, delusions. So, a car never comes on its own. Someone has to manufacture a car. Something cannot come out of nothing. Something cannot come out of nothing. If there is something, it comes from something. From thin air, only magicians can do. The biggest magician is God. Because I am a believer. Scientists may say it is nature, laws of nature. Why they are like this, why the laws are like this, why we can't break those laws. They will not go into the why. They will say it is for philosophers. So if you can't answer, it is for philosophers. So that is something. See, this is not acceptable, right? Then entropy. What is the meaning of entropy? Entropy decreases with time. In general, this is true. Entropy means disorder. See, for example, let us say we are boiling water. Water will boil. It will become steam. Then steam for further high grade boiling, distillation. If you superheat water, the steam can turn to plasma, right? Now water, simple water at room temperature is liquid. Boiling water is also liquid, but now it is steaming. Steam is steam. It is gaseous state. Water is liquid state, and super gaseous state is plasma. Now if water I will keep in a fridge to make ice cubes, it will become solid, ice cubes. Ice cube is an orderly state. Solids have more order, orderly and disorderly state. So solid is more orderly. So ice cubes are more orderly. They are in orderly state. Then after 4 degrees centigrade, 5 degrees centigrade, when you are going towards zero, absolute zero achieving is not possible. They are achieving in controlled environments. It's not easy. So from 0 to 4 degrees centigrade, there is anomalous behavior of ice or water. So solid ice or ice cubes is orderly state. If you bring ice cubes to room temperature, it will start melting. So melting, it will start becoming liquid. So that is a disorderly state. This liquid at room temperature will become water, which is liquid. If you boil water, it will start boiling. It will start giving steam, because of which James Watt, he invented the steam engine. Everyone knows that. Apple fell on Newton, he invented gravity. The teapot kettle started the dancing, the lid. So James Watt developed steam engine. When this steam is further heated, superheated, it will become plasma. So plasma is extreme disorderly state. It is said that in interstellar space we have hydrogen ions. Then because of the super pressures and temperatures and whatever there it is in the space, they will fuse to become helium. So for that you will be required to refer to the periodic table in chemistry. How hydrogen, helium, and how understand the periodic table, and you will understand everything. Quantum mechanics, quantum chemistry, and quantum physics. Periodic table you must know, right? So orderly state, usually solid state is orderly state, liquid state is disorderly state, steam is also, gaseous state is also more disorderly, and plasma is also more disorderly, right? Now see, if you do not understand all these basic rules of physics, you will never understand the difficulties of time travel or interstellar travel or space travel. So entropy I have covered, Newton's laws of motions, basic thumb rule I have covered. Then laws of thermodynamics, energy can neither be created nor destroyed. In the Hindu Holy Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2.22, 22nd stanza, these rules are mentioned. Energy, laws of thermodynamics. You can refer. But this is not a religious place or not a religious lecture. I am just referring. Then something and nothing. Many people, if you on calculator or computer try to divide by 0, error is there. A division by 0, error. 0 is supposed to be a lowest whole number or integer. I don't know, there are so many types of prime numbers, natural numbers, real numbers, irrational numbers, rational numbers, fractional numbers, integers, negative, positive. Wow, means maths, basic maths is very difficult. But this is not a maths lecture, so don't be afraid. So 0 means nothing. We have this hero and 0. One is hero, one is 0, one is villain. There is a heroine. Means just joking. So 0 means nothing. Then there is infinity. Infinity means is such a big number which our computers, existing computers, are not able to process. Whenever you are trying to do mathematics which is based on infinity, or 0, very less numbers in minus, negative, and extremely large numbers, astronomical numbers, computers and mathematics will fail. Physicists also agree with this. Mathematicians also agree with this. Means good physicists and good mathematicians. Now those mathematicians who are living, or scientists who are living in imaginary world, or who are Don Quixote with Alice in Wonderland, let us not talk about them. So division by 0. See, if I give you a mastic, let us go for a simple example, mastic, and if I ask you to divide in 2 parts, you can divide in 2 parts, you can divide it in 3 parts. Matchstick, simple. Maybe it is 1 inch or 2 inches. 4 parts. You may be even able to divide it into 10 parts. So small number of division. Division means you are breaking it, right? But if I say, I give you a mastic and say divide by 0, means what? You are not supposed to divide. So division by 0 is an error. You will not get anything because you are not dividing. Means the thing remains as it is, right? Understand? Mastic, I can divide in 1 part, 2 part, 3 part, 10 parts. But divide mastic in 0, you will say, sir, how to divide in 0? Means don't divide. You can't divide anything into 0. It will remain as it is. Now see, same mastic example I am giving. Maybe it is 1 inches or 2 inches. If I ask you to divide this mastic into 1,000 parts or 10,000 parts, let us go for a large number, 1 lakh parts or 1 crore parts. Now, that is not possible. That mastic will disintegrate. You cannot divide a small mastic into 1 lakh or 1 crore parts. How will you count that and how will you divide it? Right? So, a mastic cannot be divided into 0 or into 1 lakh parts. There are physical limits. Your mathematics and all these things, keep them aside. Physically it is not possible. Unnecessarily they are building these tremendous head-on colliders just to find some goddamn particle. Already there are so many particles which they are not aware of. I don't know who is funding this type of research. I think he must be having too much of money to throw away to build head-on colliders and to find the basic particle of the universe. There is no logic in investing so much money into some, just to satisfy your ego or some theory or mathematics which you have invented for you or discovered for your own self-confirmation bias. It is fictional. Means no point in commenting on these things. It is said that you can't argue with an stupid or idiot person, and similarly you can't argue with the intelligent person also, because that intelligent ego is there. But anyways, that is a different issue. So you cannot divide by 0. Now supposing I am giving you nothing, you have nothing, means 0, and now I am telling you to divide this nothing by nothing. Now division of 0 by 0, basically division by 0 is an error, because when you are saying divide by 0 means don't divide, simple thumb rule. But now already I have given you 0, I have not given you anything, I have given you nothing. So you cannot divide nothing by nothing, because there is nothing to divide. Now if I ask you to divide nothing by something, So there is 0, 0 divided by 1, 0 divided by 2, 0 divided by 10. Because there is nothing, you will get nothing. So nothing you can divide by something. But you will get nothing because nothing is there. So technically it is correct, but it is foolish. So nothing can be divided by something. Thumb rule. But something cannot be divided by or into nothing. Something, nothing, nothing, something. Something is going on here, right? Yes. See, we should understand, when a scientist, they are stopping at the singularity. Origin of the universe is Big Bang. They are saying that they go back, fast forward, like fast reverse they are going. Fast reverse, they are coming to a point where all laws of physics, quantum mechanics, quantum this, quantum that, laws of the telescopic world, laws of the microscopic world fail at the singularity, and they cannot go beyond that. And they say from singularity they are coming here, inflation, red shift, blue shift. So they are analyzing from a point in the past which they understand and coming towards our current future and trying to predict further future. Then they will use words like Fermi paradox, potato paradox, grandfather paradox. This is just to confuse ordinary people. This is just to confuse ordinary people. So then some scientists will say everything is deterministic, predetermined when you go through all these paradoxes. And other scientists will say, no, this is not predeterministic. We can control all these things. I don't think so. Of course, we are doing certain things, we are progressing. But tell me, have we really colonized moon? No. So, we are searching for different dimensions. We are not able to live on the North Pole and the South Pole itself. Forget about the moon. Of course, we have got thermal submarines, nuclear powered reactor powered submarines, ships. So they can be refueled in 25 years, ideally. But food, clothing and shelter are required in the submarine. We cannot store for 25 years. Like 20,000 leagues under the sea, Jules Verne's classic. So, whenever you require special, I have always said, whenever you require special suits, special devices, submarines, fighter planes, space shuttles, that means you are already traveling in a different dimension. It is not a different direction. It is a different dimension. We survive naturally on Earth. We are terrestrial. So that is our survival, natural survival. You don't require anything. No need to wear suit and all these things. Space suits and space shuttles. When you require special clothes, special food, clothing, shelter, special devices, special energies, that is dimensional travel. Right? So, division by zero I have tried to explain. Concept of infinity I have tried to explain. Nuclear reactors which they think, or nuclear power, maybe fusion or fission. Stars usually form because of fusion. May help us for interstellar travel in short distance, maybe say from Earth to Moon or within our solar system. That is also not possible. Distances are tremendous. Light years. One light year itself is a headache. 4 billion, million light years, billion light years, trillion light years. Our lifespan is not that much. As I said, ideally we live for 100 years. I am repeating. How you are supposed to travel something which is 4 billion light years away? You will die in 100 years. So sometimes I think science fiction is far more dangerous than superstition or blind belief, religious philosophy. They are at least acceptable. And dimensions they are willing to accept, as I in my second part video previous. Dimensions I have tried to explain different dimensions in a simple manner. It is long video, I know, but see, I am not here to impress anyone. I am trying to simplify knowledge which is available on Wikipedia, Google, Net, YouTube. This is my passion and I love this. So something basic thing scientists should not forget, should not deny is logical thing. You are talking about logic, right? You want everything logical, you want evidence based, observational evidence proof. See, it is simple. If there is a creation, there has to be a creator. Why they are raising so much hell or heaven on this? And if some person calls this creator as supreme creator, supreme being, God, or whatever name as per your religion, whatever religion you are. See, I am a very liberal, unorthodox, open-minded person. I respect and believe in all religions. Everyone has a right to believe in whatever religion he or she wants. I am not against any religion or anything. Even these videos are not against scientists, or it is not to defend philosophy or religion. I am trying to connect a bridge between facts and fictions. So you want to travel, interstellar travel, where is the energy? You don't give me that mathematics, fictional mathematics, invented or discovered mathematics. Faster than light. This Mach 1, Mach 2, Mach 3 speeds also, ordinary people suffer from motion sickness in normal travel. What kind of different sicknesses can come in faster than light travel whenever that is possible? And if our earth survives either external collisions from meteors and comets, or if we are foolish enough to wage a third world war which is going on now, and if we are foolish enough to use nuclear weapons just to prove our supremacy like they did in Japan, then we are heading for trouble. Means we will not require a meteor or a external thing to destroy us. We will destroy ourselves. Intelligent person destroy themselves. So interstellar travel, if you want to understand, this is the third video. I am trying to go step by step, because if you will not understand all this, you will not understand how and why we can travel these distances, or whether it is really technically possible. As far as my knowledge goes, interstellar travel as on date is next to impossible with human beings on board. See, from Mars itself, the signal takes 15 minutes or 20 minutes time, depending upon where that satellite or that rover or probe is on the Mars. It can take 1 hour also for the signal to reach Earth command. So just imagine when you are traveling in light years, you are not going to be connected with the Earth command. Earth is here only. Kinetically everything is in moving. Sun is moving, planets are moving, revolving, rotating, orbiting. Then this our solar system is orbiting the Milky Way galaxy. So galactic year is 250 million years, 200 to 300 million years. One galactic year is the time required for the Sun to complete one revolution against the central galaxy, which is supposed to be a black hole. And when you are denying clear evidence, observational evidence. My answer is very simple. Artificial intelligence, whatever, or artificial emotion can never beat human beings. It is not possible. No need. Some scientists are terrifying us. They are giving examples of Terminators and all that, robots which can kill, which will never die, which can have full energy. Understood? Robots can kill human beings because they are machines. But human beings have created robots. They know how to defuse that robot. So, artificial intelligence or artificial emotions, they are good for machines, robots. But understanding a joke, making a joke, trying to read between lines, emotions like love, hate, machines will never understand. So, this fear of robots ruling us is just a fear. Maybe one or two robots may go mad, like sometimes mad dogs will bite us, sometimes that mad cow disease is there. So maybe some robots can have robotic rabies and they can go mad and then try to control our earth. But see, it is a fact. A creation usually can't exceed or go beyond the creator. Right? You cannot be the father of your father, or you cannot be the mother of your mother. So, a creation cannot, will not, and never exceed its creator, because the creator knows how it is created. So, one who creates can destroy also. So, means to end on a positive note, in our Holy Bhagavad Gita, the Hindu religious book or the Hindu Bible, Lord Krishna has said, don't destroy anything which you cannot create, which human beings are already doing. Means Krishna consciousness movement. This I am speaking neutrally. This is not a religious lecture, but it is a good knowledge for human beings. Don't create anything which you cannot control. Don't destroy anything which you cannot create. So therefore, if you are destroying something, if you are killing a human being, can we bring him back to life? No. If you are destroying environment, if you are destroying earth, water, this is the only habitable planet, earth. Many people say there are parallel universes. In my second video, I have already said, God does not like repetition. On earth itself, your fingerprint, my fingerprint is unique. Second video has everything is clear. God will not repeat any planet. Our earth is unique. Rest assured, I can challenge. They will never find a planet like earth anywhere in this universe. Because God doesn't like repetition. Because there is no one like me in the universe. There is no one like you in this universe. Flowers are different. Fingerprints, flower prints, animal prints, everything is different. Refer my second video, especially the last half hour. Second video, the last half hour. So, don't create anything that we can't control. Because if we can't control it, it will destroy us. Don't destroy anything which we can't create. Because if we destroy, we don't have the capabilities to create that thing. Whether you may like or not, God or the Supreme Creator or Supreme Being exists. Because you cannot have something out of nothing. Nothing is there everywhere. Space is also an ocean, as I said. There are so many heavenly bodies are in the telescope, it is visible. Space is also an ocean, ocean of space, maybe vacuum or whatever ether they are calling, or interstellar material is made of hydrogen, helium. So whatever, I am not interested in that interstellar material. But We have to understand, in this ocean of space, these heavenly bodies are floating. So if you have patience, go for my second video, especially the last half hour. You will understand so many things. So this video is to clear the laws of thermodynamics, Newton's laws of motion and entropy, and the energy is required for traveling from one place to another. And energy can neither be created nor destroyed, but mass can be created and destroyed. Otherwise, how we will make energy? And as on date, without refueling, we can use thermal, means fusion or fission, nuclear reactors. Ideally, as I said, it can work for 100 years, but 100 years time for traveling in space from one star to another is very less. We don't have the capabilities as on date. So it is very easy to say that we will colonize moon, we will colonize Mars. We have to try. But these distances itself are so tremendous within the solar system. So interstellar travel, time travel, as I said in my second video, previous video, space-time Einstein has equated length, breadth and height, 3 dimension, and 4 dimension is time. Logically, time is not a dimension. Time is something which is created by human beings. Clock and calendar only human beings follow. Dogs don't follow clock and calendar. Animals don't follow clock and calendar. Flowers, flora, fauna don't follow clock and calendar. They are following the rule of the solar cycle. Solar cycle means depending upon the sun and the moon's position. Our honeybees. This typical time dimension. Time human beings have manufactured or invented or discovered for our own convenience of timekeeping. We want to know how the time passes, how many years have gone, BC, BCE, AD, AC, before Christ, after Christ, and whatever means. So time or chronology is for human beings. We want everything in order because we want to control everything. Time and calendar only human beings follow. No one on this earth. And our time and calendars are limited. We are living for 100 years. See, just compare 5 billion years sun's life cycle. So, billion years life cycle. In that, what is this 100 years? And time, whatever time as per our definitions, on every other solar system or stellar system in different universes or different galaxies, for us it is different universe only, because anyways we are not going there. The time will be different, right? Our 1 year is different. It is a time taken by Earth to rotate or orbit around the sun. 24 hours is Earth's orbit around itself, a revolution around itself. So time is not a dimension. Time is invented by human beings for his own convenience, clock and calendar. It is not a dimension, it is a unit. Like we measure in kilometers, length, weight we are measuring in kilograms, height in meters, above sea level, below sea level, maybe in feet or kilometers or miles. So it is just a unit. How can time be a dimension? And it is not a universal constant. In different universes, time or calendar, if they exist, it will be different. It is not a universal constant. So rest assured, don't go for all their hypothetical mathematics. They are inventing and discovering mathematics which is predetermined, so that they are assuming certain things and developing maths for that. So that is a fictional thing. And this same scientist, when They are talking that string theory is saying everything is vibrating. Correct? Atoms are vibrating, molecules are vibrating, proton, neutrons are vibrating. Even a wooden chair, inside the chair, the wooden molecules are vibrating. In an iron chair, iron molecules are vibrating. So they are saying that string theory is a theory of vibrations, like guitar strings. When this same thing, religious persons say that while reciting mantras like Omkar Dhvani, Om, mantras are sounds, different sounds, different vibrations. And when our yogis or yoga teachers or philosophers say that meditation on sound, especially mantras, religious prayers are vibrations, they will say this is superstition. So when string says that this whole universe is made up of vibrations, that is science. And when a poor old philosopher who is following this for 1000, 2000, 5000 years, see, any religion is very older than our current science. When philosopher or when a Hindu person or a yogi says this is vibrations, mantras are vibrations, they can heal, they can cure, they will say it is placebo. I agree with that. Placebo is there, but it is not always placebo. Placebo doesn't work in serious matters. Placebo works only in lighter cases, like mild, moderate and severe disease. In mild diseases or moderate diseases, placebo will work. But in blind test, double blind test, placebo will not work in serious diseases. So every time fictional things you are justifying by fictional mathematics and saying that it is scientific, evidence will come in 100 years. It never comes. They are still confused whether we have measured gravitational ripples or not. Now they are talking about neutrinos, particles which are going through, means already they are building head-on colliders to find a particle. And now they are talking about neutrinos and whatever means. And when philosophers talk about vibrations, sound mantras, see, even forget about vibrations of mantras. We love music, different, whether English song or different songs, movie song, albums. A song can take you in a trance. A song is a beautiful song in any language, can take you back in time, take you forward in time, take you reverse in time. So I think the best traveling machine, if you want to travel back in time, become nostalgic, go back or go forth, I think popular music or whatever music you love is the best form of time travel is music. If you love music, if you go in a movie, if you watch these movies of means dinosaurs or these interstellar movies, Star Trek movies, Star Wars, they take you on a imaginary dimension, time travel, right? So if you want to time travel, I think the best option available is listen to whatever music you love to listen to and don't listen to scientists.